areas in life that you're going to have to pay attention to. One is your relationship with God, and the other is your relationship with people. Your relationship with God and your relationship with people. And that's why we always have to make sure that we're syncing up to life the way God describes it in his word. Not optional stuff, life the way God describes it. My brethren, and this is one of those instances, count it all what? Joy. When you do what? When you find yourself in all kinds, that's what divers means, it's not deep sea divers. It's when you fall into just a crazy amount of temptations. That word temptations there is not temptation to sin. That word is temptation testing. When you find yourself in all kinds of testing situations. And if you don't think, I'm here to let you know, God is all about testing his believers. He's all about testing us. So while Satan is tempting, God is testing. Amen. You need to be aware of that because you got these simultaneous things going on at the same time. Every day you wake up and your eyes pop open. God is right there saying, okay, here's a litany of tests I have for you today. And Satan is over here saying, well, I got some stuff for you too, to pull you away from him because I need you to come back over here and worship me. So God has a whole list, Satan has a whole list, and both of them sitting right there waiting on you to wake up so you can get your day started. And then you wondering why all this stuff is happening. If you're wondering why, then you're not listening to what we're saying. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I want this to be clear going out of here today. God is waiting on you to wake up. Satan is waiting on you to wake up. And as soon as your eyes pop open, they don't ask any questions. They just start releasing the testing. Here's the test. Here's my first test for you. Your check was short. That's God. Here's my first test for you. Here she comes. Here he comes. There's some money in the drawer that you could take that don't belong to you. You know, come up with a scheme to drop some on the floor or something. Hide it from the camera. So that the tests start immediately. They don't ask no questions, and most times they don't say nothing. Because they don't have to. One pulls on the desires that's already in your heart. That's Satan. He's pulling you on things that he knows are in there that you desire, that you can't get. So he starts saying, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll put it within your reach. You know in your heart that it's outside of the boundaries or the parameters in which you can move. He says, I know you know that, but I need you to come over here because I know how bad you want it. So I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to put it just close enough for you to make the choice to come over here because you got to make the choice. I will give you the kingdoms of this world if you will bow down and worship me. So you got to make the choice. I'm going to put it right there for you to see, and I know it's what you want. God is, your check is short. They just laid you off. It ain't even, it's not sin-based stuff. This is just life-based stuff. Stuff that started happening. Your kids acting a fool. What you gonna do? Your husband say he don't love you. What you gonna do? Your husband looking at somebody else. What you gonna do? Your husband just cursed you out. What you gonna do? Wife won't do something. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nothing sin-based. I'm testing your character. I'm trying to see the quality of the person that you are. How many things bother you after I've told you how to think? Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are of a good report. I've already told you how to think. Now I want to see when these things start happening, how you gonna think. I already told you not to be anxious for what? Nothing. Not some things, not hard things, not easy things. Nothing. Don't be anxious, worried, fearful about. So I'm going to bring some things for you to be anxious, worried, and fearful into your life about to see if you're listening to what I'm saying. Wow. See, have you figured out yet that don't nothing happen that he don't eventually get you out of without your help? I'm trying to help y'all see this thing for the way this thing really happens on a daily basis. Whatever he introduces into your life, he gets you out of at some point. And now what happens in between probably shouldn't happen, but it happens because I haven't yet found a place of certainty. Let me break it down. So they hand me a pink slip unexpectedly, no warning. I just showed up for work today and I got my pink slip. Now I start thinking. What do I think first? How am I going to make it? How am I going to pay these bills? Listen to everything that's coming up out of your heart at that point, because that's what you believe. Nothing